Hi there, I'm Samantha with Culpeper County Parks and Recreation, and I'm happy to be here at Culpeper Media's film studio to bring to you another season of Crafty Creation virtual tutorials. And today we are going to make a rustic twine carrot. So simple, simple crafts. They're exciting. But all you're going to need to make this, if you want to gather your materials, is your twine, obviously, newspaper, or you could use craft paper, even copier paper in a pinch, but you just need something that you can form into the filler or the body. But newspaper works really well. And you will need orange paint. You can use 1 or 2 colors. Optional items, I think, are something like the Mod Podge to coat the end result. Paintbrush, you may need some tape. And last but not least, and this is really whatever you have or might want to get in particular, but something for the actual greenery or the carrot top. I'm just using this simple, like a wheatgrass. But you could use something artificial, any type of greenery outside, dried or living, whatever floats your boat. Crepe paper, construction paper, it goes on. But that's really it in terms of getting started. And then, of course, your crafty items or tools like your scissors, glue gun, and paintbrush, something to put the paint in. All right, so let's get started. What we need to do is, and I think today we'll see, but just like every carrot that comes out of the ground, each one will be a little different. And I think with those variations in shape and form, that's kind of an exciting thing. It adds that realistic quality that I think is something that is desirable when you're making certain crafts. But what you want to do is, I'm going to start with taking your newspaper and separate possibly and just use, this size here or something smaller would be fine. This was the size that I used to make this length, which you can see is well over 12 inches. So, but let's see what we have. We're going to kind of form a cone. So start at one corner and just start rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Like so. And you might, you don't want to clean roll, just kind of be messy and kind of forming it as you go along. This is where I say you can get tape, but you don't need the tape. But I'm going to use some since I have it here and tape that corner down like that. Put that aside. And then I'm going to fold this in half, just like this, and you're going to kind of keep this where the bottom corner is kind of flat like that. We can mush it out later, and then take and maybe twist until you have formed the end of your carrot, where it's, somewhat resembles a carrot here. So that I have a corner edge or bottom. I'm going to take a little more tape and just put this around to give it a little point. That will make it easier when we start wrapping the twine around. And this is pretty much it. This is a good start to the body of the carrot. And you can do this one of 2 ways. You could go ahead and attach your carrot top now with the hot glue, or you could wind it, and then once you have arrived at the top with your twine, you can then put the filler on top. I think I will repeat what I've done in the past, which is wait to put that on. But let me get that prepped and prepared. Now this stuff is kind of messy. However, it works. Let's see. I'm going to take, so you can take as little or as much as you would like, but that's pretty much what I'm thinking. And just so these are bunched together, I'll put this at the bottom. Just give this a quick roll so that it keeps this pulled together. And set that aside. Get your twine ready to go. All right. Now, I think, yes, here we go. So we have our glue gun that has been warming, and what you're going to do is start at the bottom. Put your glue here and just get it started. And make sure with a project like this, even though you're not really going to use a lot of glue, just make sure you have your glue stick installed and there's plenty of glue in there so that you don't have to stop what you're doing and then go and find another glue stick, etc., etc. So lay this kind of around like this. And then just start putting this around. Now, of course, unless you use some sort of finger protective thing, be careful with the hot glue. But for those of us that are fairly seasoned, we burn our fingers all the time, and it seems desensitized by this point. And I'm going to start and just tightly start winding, just like this. And you will find this is just your average size twine. I know that there are lots of different sizes and types. There's jute, etc. But this is something that's very inexpensive that you could find at a Walmart, craft store, hardware store. Just a simple ball of twine. And it just seems to naturally fall into place. And as you're going, I mean, you'll see that there's some gaps there, but that's okay. You don't want large gaps like this, but you just keep rolling and rolling. Like so. And only go as fast as you can so that each of the coils are neatly side by side, not overlapping if possible. And you keep going and keep going. And this is once again something that is rustic, simple. I mean, newspaper and twine, who would have thought? But you can do all kinds of things with these carrots. You can make different sizes. You can paint them in different ways. It doesn't have to be your traditional orange. You could make colorful carrots. You could make, you know, rainbow carrots. Anything that you can think of. You can put them onto wreaths for those of you that like to make something for springtime for the front door. You can bunch them. Make a swag, mantle. You could put them in a bowl. They could be a bowl filler. You could put them on your Easter table. You could use them to decorate Easter baskets. Lots of different things you can do. So as you can see, I'm almost halfway through. And what I will do once I get to the halfway point is I'm going to switch directions here, just so I'm not doing this sort of thing. Also, I think if you're able to keep it in the coil that it came in, unlike yarn. It works very easy to just pull out. Although I guess there's some crafters that use the yarn bowls that have the hole in the middle that you can just pull out the yarn. Keeps it kind of nice and tidy as you're using it, rather than having it unroll or unravel as you get into the middle of your project. Because again, just like with cooking, I think it's very important to be prepared, fully prepared with all of your ingredients, your items, your supplies, so that you can focus on your project and not have to go back and forth and stop and start. But as you can tell, I mean, it very nicely rolls around there. There's a part there where it's overlapping, but that's okay. And you can tell it's because it's newspaper, it's very pliable. So if you want to kind of reshape it, you can. Let's go ahead. I'm still keeping my right hand, but I just switched like this so I can finish going on the part of the carrot here that is moving up. Uh-oh, there we go. So as you can see, it doesn't really take all that long to complete rolling. And as far as ages, you know, a young child should be able to complete something like this. It might get a little tedious for them in terms of the length of the carrot, but I do think it works, and I have seen young children do similar projects. But obviously, adults as well. This is kind of cool, and you know, adults are crafty as well as kids. In fact, we've been thinking, as always, Parks and Recreation is very curious to know your thoughts, content of what you'd like to see. Adults, if there are some DIYs or some hacks or any sort of crafty thing you'd like to learn, let us know and share that feedback. Email is great. Social media, Facebook is great. Give us a call. Or if you're so inclined, grab your mask and stop by the office. We're pretty easy to find. We're on 131 North Main Street. Next to the tax office. And of course, Culpeper Media. Pepperberry is on the end there. Davis in Maine. All right, so now, because I have been coiling this relatively tightly, I did not find it necessary, as some will do, as put, you know, some of the glue in between, because I don't think it's necessary to hold it into place. It's pretty secure. Plus, I'm going to cover it with the Mod Podge, and that should help. But as you get close here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press this down. Now I think what I will do is I will take this. I'm envisioning this is kind of the top or the front of the carrot. So I'm going to try to tuck this in here like this. And then at the same time, I'm going to take this glue and put some of that in there. You can see that, just so I can kind of hold it in place for now. And then continue, to insert the glue. Let me put this on this side. This grass, it's getting everywhere. So here's where you might want to put just a little bit along where you intend to roll the last pieces of the twine, because you're running out of surface area, and it's, you know, it does need something to attach itself to. So this helps if each stroke there, just give it a little more glue and go ahead and put it around again. And if by some chance you find that it's too hard, or you just get impatient and you feel like, oh, I'm done, and this is still showing the paper, that's okay, because that's what the paint is for. All right. So again, I am going to make a big effort to cover up all of that newspaper. So again, be careful. And this is kind of the tedious part, because you really do need to get that glued down there. Put a little bit more, because you can still see kind of a little bit there. And of course, by applying more glue, you're making your carrot top a bit more stable. And hold that in there like that. Okay. Now, since we're close to the end, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut that off, and I'm going to continue at this point just until the top looks the way I would like for it to look, which is essentially, there's just a tiny bit up here close to where you have your greenery that would come out of the ground, and it will look more like a root vegetable in that sense to me. You can also, well, I tell you, this grass is a bit messy, but I tend to like the look of something that's dried rather than the fake stuff. Okay. All right, so grab these scissors, cut it even shorter. I am done with this twine. Now I'm just going to secure the edge, or the end, by putting it around like this. You can also use the back of this handle of this paintbrush, and you'll see this is still just a tiny bit loose. The Mod Podge, or if you want to make your own glue and water mixture to kind of add as a sealer, will certainly also give that a bit more stability. But that is pretty